In June 2023, I learned how to play the guitar for the very first time. So this is what 3 years of guitar progress actually looks like as a 25-year-old female who looks like she's 12. Five, 8, 10, 12, 5, 8, 10, 12. March 4 at 9:17 a.m. This is month 8 of me practicing the guitar. I'm not going to lie to you that this month has been challenging for me. And it is sad to see that I've been playing the guitar for almost a year and I've learned 6 songs. I have 6 songs in my repertoire that I could play. And it isn't 6 full songs, 6, 3-minute songs. It's little riffs, just little melodies that I could play. I am lacking the motivation because it is hard when you've been playing for almost a year and you only know how to play 6 little riffs.
That note, I gotta pick through it, like na 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 na, like that. What the? The thing is with that riff, you have to go fast. It's like na 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 la 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 la.
So in year 1, I was mainly focused on playing chords. I wasn't so focused on learning how to play songs. I was more focused learning on how do I play a C chord? How do I go from a C to a G? And building up those calluses on my itty bitty fingers. And I do want to say that I do have small hands, so some of the chords, if you see as this video progresses, some of them I only have to play with 2 fingers. That's what she said, or 3. Because look at my pinkies. Yeah, they're pretty messed up. But other than that, year 1 wasn't as bad. I did go through periods of time where I just didn't play the guitar, where I would go 2 to 3 weeks or even a whole month without playing the guitar. But besides that, I always stayed true to the 4 days a week, 30 minutes each session. So let me just shut up again and cue year number 2.
Oh yeah, never mind. That is right. Yeah, that is right. just have to put that all together, and then that's the song. Alright, the date is October 30 at 1:45 p.m. I don't usually show the date because I always forget. But once in a while when I do, I like to show the date so that people on the internet can believe me. There. Is December 27, 2024 at 1:39. C major, D, E, F, G, A major, and then B major. To 11:07 a.m. The birds have left their trees. The light was on to me. I can feel you lying there all on your
Okay, year 2 was more of the same. I was more mainly focused on learning how to play full songs instead of chords, because I know how to play every open major chords and somewhat every open minor chords. I'm not there at power chords just because small hands. But year 2, I was mainly focused on learning how to play full songs. There's a gap between March and June. That's only because I was in the process of moving. I moved between houses, so I went without playing the guitar for about 2 months. Yeah, 2 months I didn't play the guitar. But other than that, I went back into it and easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right, Scooby? Scooby. All right, here is year number 3. The date is July 31 at 11:18 p.m. I'm currently learning 2 versions of the song. One version is the actual version, the original version, that goes like this. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blah blah, and then it's like blah 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 blah. Somebody in the away. They say change your. Did you? No. This video better get 1,000 views. I can't believe this has happened to me. Maybe if I just, ooh. That was weird. It's right there. I can see it. Date is August 31 at 1:05 p.m. March 24 at 7:30 p.m. For the past month, or the past couple weeks, I finally got a grip on getting back into the guitar. I've been learning how to play Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. This is a song that I've actually attempted to learn back in April of last year, and I gave up within a week. I didn't document it because I literally took about a week to learn it, and then I just gave up after that week. But this time I'm gonna go back at it and learn it. This month I've been very disciplined with my guitar practicing, since that I've been so out of it, as you can see within this whole video. lighter that sounds. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh.
I don't have any money. How are we gonna fly away? Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Started from zero, got nothing to prove. Maybe I made something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
$17 p.m. June 3, 2026. It's officially 3 years since I've been playing the guitar. He said his body's too old for walking. His body's too young to be look like this. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more from life than he could give. I said somebody's gotta take care of him. So I quit school and that's what I did. You gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. Then I made up my own chorus goes. I'm just making up shit. Mainly practicing the guitar for 2 times a week, 10 minutes each session. Year 3, I wasn't as consistent with the guitar. I just have to be honest with you. That's why there's a lot of gaps in between the months. But I finally got my stride back. Around March 2026, I finally got back into the guitars, starting back into 4 times a week. But now it's more of practicing 3 times a week. Year 3, I was struggling with personal issues, mental issues, physical issues. I have health conditions that I won't go on with this video. If you know me, if you know, you know. Year 3 was just mentally difficult and physically difficult for me to the point where I just didn't want to learn how to play the guitar anymore. And I think I went a whole month without touching the guitar. And then I would play the guitar maybe once a week there, 2 times a week there for about 10 minutes, and that was that. Year 3, I didn't learn as much knowledge. I didn't learn as much new stuff as I did compared to year 1 and year 2. Year 3 was my worst year in terms of improvement, but I do have to say year 3 was my best year in terms of improvising. I noticed that I can play songs, or I can like make up my own riff on the go. For example, with Fast Car, I made my own version of the Tracy Chapman version. I made my own version of the song, added my own lyrics to it. Coming up with the lyrics wasn't the hard part because I'm a songwriter at heart. I've always been a songwriter. But, coming up with the different chords and adding in different variations came very easy to me this year, whereas in year 1, year 2, it did not. So I do have to give myself a pat on the back. Pet my dog as he's licking his asshole right now. I made a quick little graph. Kids, this is my interpretation of what progress looks like, in my opinion, is that progress is never a linear line. Linear line is that. So basically, progress is you start from the bottom, and then you have all this motivation, you have all this discipline, then you go all the way up. And that's what year 1 report was for me. And then year 2, I went down a bit, then I went back up, then I was sort of had a steady line, then I went up, then down, up and down. And then year 3 was right here. I went down a whole lot, maintaining, and then I went back up, and then now this is where I'm at right now. My point is that progress isn't always perfect. It's gonna be a roller coaster, and we always have this misconception of progress with watching movies. Like, for example, one of my favorite movies is Rocky, as I'm wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt right now. With the famous, Rocky montage of him working out. You can't just work out for, 2 months. You have to be working out every day. And there's gonna be good days and bad days, and that's what Rocky 3 demonstrates a lot, is him being afraid and there's no tomorrow, if you know the big lesson of life. I do want to say that I'm definitely not in the place that I was before, because with all the knowledge that I know now, it's sort of learning how to drive a car or learning how to ride a bike. Once you learn how to ride a bike, you don't have to learn how to do it again. It's just your body just knows it after so many years. Whereas when you drive a car, yeah, you haven't driven in 10 years, 20 years, but when you get back into driving, you just know how to drive. You know what I mean? So that's one of those things that with guitar, is that even though I didn't learn as much that I did in year 3, the concepts that I learned from year 1 and year 2 is never going to leave me. I'm only going to get better as I grow. And that is what I hope year 4 and beyond will do for me, is to teach others that progress will always look like, if I could find it again, progress will always look like this graph. It will always do. But in the end, you'll never be on rock bottom, unless if you develop dementia or something, but you're never going to be at rock bottom, because the knowledge that you have gained within your time of doing whatever hobby that you're doing, that is worth a lifetime. Right, Scooby? He does not care. Today is July 5, the day after 4th of July. He had no sleep last night, so he's very tired today. Very tired. So no matter how insane he may be, there is always someone out there to complete the insanity. I made a 6-hour version, yes. I made a 6-hour version of this video. Link will be in the description below. The reason is I wanted to document realistic progress, not even just outside of the guitar community, but we've seen multiple of guitar progress videos, 1-year progress videos, 2 years progress videos, especially the 10-year progress videos, and the video is 8 minutes long, 10 minutes long. And that's not really realistic, because it doesn't really show you the good or the bad. But I also wanted to make a version of the video that most people will watch, so I made this version. So if you're interested and you just want to skim through the parts, link will be in the description below. And yes, it's 6 hours long. It has year 1 all the way up until year 3 combined, no edits, or minimal edits, and that's the most realistic version. So if you're interested, it's in the description below. And I just want to say too, I'm gonna insert like an image here. These are all of the knowledge, These are all of the chords, songs that I know how to play on the guitar, with the dates and with the years as well. I wanted to fully document my progress as to how much progress I made within year 1, year 2, and year 3. So you can pause this video and see the songs and the chords that I've learned. Some of these songs, some of these chords are not in this video just because I just want to make this video short. But again, if you're interested, link is in the description below. And I also wanted to say, just because you see a 10-second clip of me playing a certain song does not mean I know how to play the full song. Like for example, when I play We Belong Together by Mariah Carey, or Knocking on Heaven's Door, I only know the first 4 chords, the first 10 seconds of the song. Whereas if you see a clip of me playing Video Games by Lana Del Rey or Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, I know how to play the full song, and I will, insert, like captions down below. I just want to be fully transparent because a lot of these previous videos, they have a 10-second clip of them, and it's, oh my god, I know how to play the guitar when you've been playing for 6 months, but they don't show the full song. Or they don't specify if they know how to play a full song, only if they know how to play 10 or 15 seconds of the song. So if you're interested, link will be in the description below if you want the elongated version. And then I also post covers of my songs, so any songs that you want to hear the full version of, you can go on my second music channel, and they're all there. Well, most of them are there.